Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Saturday's What's Map. BonBon here. How you doing? Right, today's map is a map based upon a map within a computer game. So it's a map in a computer game based upon a map in a computer game. You keeping up with me? No, me neither. It's Alefgard Precised by Ikihara. I apologise if I've got your name wrong, but I like the sound of Ikihara and I'm going with it. Okay, there's your start square. Looks perfectly fine to me, although the road infrastructure might upset a couple of people. You know, you like to build your own, don't you? Resources look like that. I've got nothing to say about that. That's fine, okay? And what do you need? Well, it looks like it's a vanilla map. But reading there, it says many mods were used to express the realism. When he says mods, I'm sure that includes assets as well, and we'll talk more about that as we get down to map level. This bridge, one of 4 that enters the map. I'm sure it's 4. I know it's 4. Definitely 4. I like it. It's aesthetically, it's quite pleasing, even though it's slightly off alignment. I like it. Okay, and then we head down to this. Now this isn't your start square, but around here we've got a cemetery being guarded by a gunpost. As you do, I'm sure they have that in Dragon Quest, which apparently is the game which this map is based upon, whether it's Dragon Quest 1, 2, 3, 4, blah de blah de blah, 10, 341, I don't know. You know, what I know about Dragon Quest is what I've just had a look on the wiki, and that's it. I literally had no clue. I do recognise it. This intersection. It's a nice one. I like it. It's plopped down and all the heights etc. are perfectly fine. We could have gone right, but we're going left. Just remember that right route. We'll talk about that in a moment. Here, another one exactly the same, but this time we are taking a right. No reason, just well, there is a reason. We'll get to that in a few seconds. But yes, I know nothing about Dragon Quest. I do recognise the screenshots and the artwork and the promotional whatever that came up on the image searches. So, but it's not my kind of thing, I'm afraid. Not my kind of thing. This is my kind of thing. This bridge is okay, possibly a little steep on each side, but this is a fantasy map, so we can allow a certain amount of disbelief in certain areas. Right, here's your start square. That I quite like, okay? Although this roundabout seems a little bit off-centred or off-squircled, it doesn't quite work for me. This is very pretty. Obviously some sort of palace or the castle or whatever they have in Dragon Quest went there. But I like it. But yes, if you look at here, we've got these trees. These are not vanilla. And the paths there, I'm pretty sure they're not vanilla either. And without going and spending hours working out which is what, I couldn't tell you what you need to subscribe to or what tunnels under here. Of course, with me, these were the trees that I was already subscribed to. Slight glitching on the road there, but we ignore those as previously mentioned many times. So yes, one wonders how many trees and assets I am not seeing here, because not being told to subscribe to them. This bridge is definitely slightly out. Needs to be dropped a few nodules there, I'm afraid. Yeah, so one wonders how many bits I'm missing from this map, because we haven't been told what to subscribe to, and the things that I have already subscribed to will appear. These bridges aren't. I mean, there's not much wrong with it. It just they've been tidier if they'd started exactly the same level together. And we've got a little bump there, a little lumpy bumpy in the middle of the highway. Right. So yes. So I'm not sure how much is missing from this map. Not sure what you need, what's missing, and to be honest with you, I don't care enough to check. Okay, it is the problem of the map maker, not of the map reviewer. We could head right, but we're going to go left. Just check under here, they're all good heights, so it's fine. Down this slightly too steep slope, but it's fantasy map, so we're ignoring it. Heading over here, to another bridge which isn't exactly perfect. Once again, nothing hideous about it, just not perfect. And then to this intersection, which leads to what I'm guessing must be an industrial area, given the colour of the soil and obviously the provided rail line. Pretty cool. More tunnels, exit tunnels, and more bridges. And up here we're going to elevated. It could have been a nice smoother elevation. Drops down the ground level again to the cloverleaf. We could go right, but we've already been that sort of direction. We'll head left instead, shall we? What have we got here? Now this is interesting. I think there's probably supposed to be a castle here as well. Once again, not reviewed the actual Dragon Quest map, so I couldn't tell you. But I think that's nice and tidy, and I quite like it. See, some of the detailing is actually quite nice and tidy here. There's a few scraggly bits lets it down. But little things like that. Okay, copying somebody else's work, but it's still quite nice and tidy. And tidy, I think, is the word for the day. Here, these tunnels are fine. Okay, a little bit close to the waterfront there. Over here, a little bit far too close to the waterfront for my liking. But even so, fantasy map, so we're going to ignore it. I think that's fair, don't you? Do you? Don't care. Okay, fair enough. This bridge is poor. This one is poor, especially this side, which has dropped down to riverbank level. Remember, my perfect bridge tutorial. It's only 5 minutes long. If you've not seen it, go and watch it straight after this. Definitely will suit some of you. Anyway, go down that way, but we're heading off to the right because we've got another, this time, perfect bridge, if slightly elongated and implausible, as we head off into the fog. Which means we can now have a look at the rail. There's not really much to say about the rail, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you up to speed with what's coming up at Christmas. How's that sound, eh? Well, Christmas, Father Christmas, he comes down the chimney, and, okay, right, not that sort of talk. No, basically, Christmas is coming up. There will be a presentation for you every single day over Christmas and New Year, including Christmas Day and Boxing Day and New Year's Day. Every single day there will be something. Now, next week we've got regular What Map all through the week. And then on the on the Sunday, there'll be a special presentation. I couldn't tell you what exactly. Hang on, what day are we? I'm losing track. No, Sunday is Christmas Eve. Yes, I don't remember what I'm doing on Sunday. Where's my calendar? I've forgotten. But yes, next week is normal. The following week, I have got my best of 2017, where I'm going to look at 6 maps. This drops a little bit too close to the bank there, I'm afraid. Going to be looking at 6 maps, Monday to Saturday. The ones that are most memorable to me from the year. They're not necessarily the very, very best maps from 2017, but the ones that I look back and find, this is nice under here, very nice. Could have easily been clipping, perfectly done. So yeah, I'm going to look back at 6 of the best between Boxing Day or Christmas Day through to New Year's Eve, and then as we hit the new year, let's tunnel again. We hit the new year, we'll be back to regular What's Map. Also, tomorrow, the Christmas special will be out. And there is something very special about it, so do make sure you tune into that one. Even if you can't tune in tomorrow, make some time. It's going to be a little bit on the long side, a little bit like the Merrick Stowe special, but I promise you, it will be worth it. Very, very nice indeed. Right, we're about at the end of our little journey here, and I will be telling you all about this again in the future days, because not everybody watches every episode, and you'll kind of want to know what's coming up at Christmas, don't you? Okay, asset time. Are you ready? And as today is Saturday, we have our quirky asset of the week, the one that makes you look and go, that's quirky. I don't know where I'm getting this from, I really don't. It's the Berlin Molecule Man by AmiPolizeiFunk, which is a funky name if ever I heard it. Now this is an actual sculpture that stands in water. There is one in Berlin, and apparently it's not the first. There are a couple over in America as well. I can't remember exactly where, San Francisco or Los Angeles, I remember reading, I don't recall. It's a lovely... do you know what? It's actually very realistic, this, compared to real life. I like it a lot. It's excellent work by AmiPolizeiFunk. It's the Berlin Molecule Man, and that is very nicely done indeed. Thank you very much. Don't you hate it when you run out of things to say long before the music kicks in? I hate that myself. Shipping routes. There's one long shipping route that goes all the way around the outside like this. You see this? Goes all the way around the outside and goes on forever and ever. Or you can take a left and cut in and go around the little islands and down this river type thing. It's pretty cool. The question is, are these bridges too low? I think they are. Shipping clipping is absolutely guaranteed there. Let's have a look as we go through the islands as well. That's over tunnel. This one might even be clipping on the post, and probably just the clips through the rail there, possibly. Can't say for certain without getting something to run through, and I don't care enough to do so. Over here, good position of the shipping lane, possibly a little bit too low there. In fact, I'm sure that is as well. And this one definitely is. That is way too low. So shipping clipping going on throughout the map. That one might be okay, possibly. Probably not though. Water flow. Now, depending on where you look, there is or there isn't. And I think this is one of those maps that you, the city builder, are going to have to plan where your sewage outlet is going to go. Because there will be places that I think you're going to get problems. But it's all about planning. We'll have a look at those trees in a minute, shall we? I think so. So anyways, where you look, sometimes it's moving. Like out to sea here, absolutely nothing there. So beware, be warned. It's not a bad thing, it's just nice to know. Detailing, this is the most interesting bit of detailing in the entire map. Looks a bit like a domino toppling kind of arena, doesn't it? I like it. I like it. It's neatly done, that one. Let's look around for other things, shall we? We've already seen the empty castle there. A little desert's going on there. And if we head over here, we've got another desert. That's it, desert. And the mountains. The mountains are interesting. I like the mountains. It's fairly good vanilla-ish mountain work. That little pond going on there, and another desert. Yeah, the way that the mountains are positioned, it's going to force you to build cities. I think this is a pretty good map for like the beginner and for the novice city builders. Some of the edge work on these canals. We've got drowned tree there. Some of the edge work on the canals could do with tidying up, but still not too bad. And then over here we've got that drowned crop of trees somewhere. There it is. That's pretty poor, if I'm honest with you. It's like underwater weeds, doesn't it? Yeah, for the goldfish. And we've got some hanging onto the edge there as well. So yes, I would say I think this. Oh, this I like actually. This reminds me a little bit of a tower defense game. You know, Cities Skylines tower defense. Let's have a better look at that. There you go. You see that? Can you see that working? Me too. But yeah, like I say, overall I think the map's particularly good for like a novice, or for somebody if you play Dragon Quest and you recognise the map. Definitely a map for you. It's not perfect, far from it, but let's give it some scores anyway. Aesthetically, I think it's quite eye-pleasing. It's not necessarily a stunning map, but I think it's eye-pleasing. And because of that, I'm going to give it 4 stars. The detailing does let it down here and there. Most of it is fairly stock. There are 1 or 2 very nice bits and 1 or 2 glitchy bits. So I'm going to give it right down the middle of 3. The gameplay potential, as I said before, perfect for the new player, for the beginner, or if you really like the Dragon Quest series. So I think I'm going to give that a 4th star. It might only be worth 3, but I'm giving it 4. Alefgard Precised by Ikihara. and that is not a bad map. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Don't forget tomorrow, my Christmas special. It'll be up all over Christmas. You might want to put a few minutes aside to watch it because it's not on the short side. Well, anyway, that's it. Thanks a lot. See you tomorrow and again on Monday for a regular What's Map one more week before Christmas. Come on, Santa, I want my presents.